Well, hello internets, here we are. A little bit of a kind of funny story, head scratcher, and what do you want to call it? A near miss. And yeah, welcome to our vlog. So here we go. Well, when I was setting up for my spontaneous type, without very little notice camping trip, one of the things I needed was a cooler or a fridge. Since the Jayco's down, I don't have the nice RV fridge. And the other option was my Coleman Extreme cooler with ice, or the 12 volt Coolertron cooler, I think it's called. So I chose the Coolertron cooler because you don't have to buy ice, and over nearly 2 weeks of camping, buying ice every second day or so would kind of add up, especially at the price ice is going for nowadays. I plugged the Coolertron in because it's been a few days or a few years since it's been used. Let it run for a couple days to make sure it was cold. Put some water in it, like a water bottle in it, to see if it got cold to the touch, and it did. So the cooler was pre-chilled. I went out and bought my groceries and put them in the big fridge here in the apartment. And the day of that was time to leave, which was like the next day, I put the stuff into the 12 volt cooler, took the 12 volt cooler down to the truck, of course plugged it into the cigarette lighter so it was cold. Shouldn't have lost much chill going down the stairs, and it was running in the truck. The vents weren't plugged, they weren't covered by the cooler, the contents on the inside, and they weren't covered by the stuff in the truck on the outside. It went from the truck to the trailer, which was plugged in already, and the cooler went from the 12 volt adapter to the 12 volt / 110 adapter. Plugged it in, and everything was okay, or so I thought. Over the near 2 weeks that I was camping, I was in and out of it several times, getting stuff for sandwich fixings, getting goodies and that, and I didn't really have an opportunity to have cereal for breakfast. So my brand new milk that I bought was well within the expiry date when I bought it. It was kept cool right from the time that I bought it to the time that I brought it home to the time that it went into the already chilled cooler, into the plugged in truck, into the plugged in trailer. And like I said, I didn't really use it when I was camping, but it was too good to throw away, so I brought it home. Well, I was craving cereal the other day, and I thought, well, I'm going to have me some cereal. Then I remembered that all of my dry goods are still in the trailer, but the cold goods are here in the apartment fridge. Well, I went to go bring the milk over to the bar fridge that I have in my new space. The milk got opened, and here it's all chunky. It's expired. Now it's like 4 days, 5 days within the expiry date. I've drunk milk that was a day or two past the date, and it was still okay. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't have cereal that one time when I wanted cereal. Imagine me having cereal in 1 or 2 in the morning, pouring this chunky milk and being disappointed because I just ruined a container full of cereal with this chunky milk, or even when I was camping. So I guess that being said, I'm gonna have to find me a better way of keeping things cool in my camping adventures. I know I have the Coleman Extreme, but I'm really thinking of potentially upgrading to one of the better roto-molded coolers. I know they're a little more pricey, but they're supposed to be better. I don't know what my future is with the Jayco, if I can get her going again. Would a Yeti cooler or rotor-molded type cooler like a Yeti be of value when I get to use the Jayco again, or would it be kind of a waste of money? Should I just use my Coleman Extreme cooler that I've had for over 20 years, give it more adventures, or what? I know there are expensive 12 volt fridges out there. They're like half fridge, half freezer. Those would be epic to have, but they're like $2,000 and they require a strong 12 volt system to run. I haven't really researched that if those fridge/freezers have a 110 option where you can load them, pre-chill them in the truck, load them in the truck, get it, you and a buddy to drag it into your trailer, and 110 adapter it into the wall plug per se, and she is good to go. The one fridge I was looking at was like 75 quarts or liters, however they measure it. It was a large fridge/freezer. But if I get the Jayco going, I'm not going to need it again. That's the problem. So for the next couple of camping trips, probably until spring or so, I'm going to have to do something different to keep my goods cold. The meat was fine, the pickles were fine, the margarine was fine. The peanut butter squares that I was given didn't melt or nothing. They stayed cold, so obviously everything that I put in there must have stayed fine. Maybe that milk was bad from when I bought it, you never know. I did buy it from a big box blue retailer, where normally I don't buy groceries from there, but I had a gift card. You know, it wouldn't be too far of a stretch that it got found somewhere in the store and put back in the cooler. I did work there one time, so I kind of know that some of their products do migrate around the store. I found chicken in the opposite side of the store, all hot and puffy. I found dairy products melted, freezer products melted on shelves. So I know they do migrate. Could it have been already bad when I bought it? Who knows? I guess that's kind of the adventure of camping. Maybe I should have bought milk from the nearest town that was only a half hour away the day before that I wanted it, or maybe I just shouldn't have bought milk altogether and maybe went with powdered milk and chilled water or something in the cooler. Who knows, right? That's the adventures of camping. That's kind of the unknown. That's what makes camping fun. Is it going to rain? Is it going to be a nice day? Is it going to be cold? Are you going to get eaten by a bear, or have a nice relaxing time around the fire? Given how at the spring of the year, in like late January, early February, I had pretty much written off camping because of everything that was going on this summer, and being that the Jayco's down and this invite was kind of last minute, last couple of days before it happened, and I had my camping gear and such already emptied out of the Jayco in containers in the closet here in storage. Pretty much just had to grab and go, load everything up into the trailer that they loaned me, and well, hit the road and go, right? Sometimes the best adventures are those spur of the moment, spontaneous ones with very little notice. Sometimes the best memories you make are the so-called disaster memories that stick in your mind. My first camping trip years ago, 20 some odd years ago, with a tent was a disaster. My first camping night in the Beachcomber B15 fiberglass trailer was a disaster. I found out the roof vent leaked during the rainstorm, of course. Lucky I had a pail for garbage I put under the drip try waking that up at night, getting the drip hearing all the time. You know, the first time out with the Jayco worked fairly good because I already had things already in containers good to go, but there's always things you forget or need to buy or broke or dirty that need to be thrown away and redone. But life is full of adventures. Life is what you make it. Make the best of what you can, you know, take care of those in your life that are important. Round and round we go, and where we stop, nobody knows. Thanks for watching this here vlog, and as always, comment, subscribe, and enjoy.